Hey guys, today we are looking at the KelTec PR57. This is the 5.7 millimeter handgun they released last year. It shot. If you remember, it does not have a removable magazine. It is a top-loading handgun using a stripper clip, which is kind of a neat idea. Some like it, some don't. Some of the feedback that I received initially was it has a little bit of trouble cycling American Eagle ammo, so we're going to take it out on the range and see how it does for us. There's also been some conflicting ideas on whether or not this is a good handgun for concealed carry. KelTec released this as a CCW handgun for self-defense. Most people's argument is you need to be able to switch magazines out in the middle of a gunfight. They like carrying an extra magazine. That's a standard thing. I've always carried an extra magazine. But if you think about it, most small concealed carry handguns carry anywhere from 7 to maybe 11 rounds. If you have an extra magazine on you, you're still totaling about the same as what this gun carries by itself without an extra magazine. So you can make up your own opinion on that. We've also mounted a red dot on it. This gun, it's a little strange to me having a red dot because if you can see here, because the top is rounded, you've got kind of that flat edge of the optic that sticks out a little bit on the corner. So I wasn't sure I would like it after mounting the optic on it. It's growing on me a little bit, so we'll see how it does on the range. I don't know if I'll keep it on or take it back off. So if you thought what was strange about this gun was that it loads with a stripper clip and does not have a removable magazine, that's not all there is. So this gun also has a strange process of field stripping. It's extremely simple and fast, but I'm not sure I've ever seen it before. So instead of having a lever up here that you flip down, a pin that you take out, something, to get this slide to come forward, on the PR57, you simply push the trigger forward and this slide will pop right off. So it's a unique design that at first I was a little leery because my thought was, what if you bump it while you're carrying it, pulling it out? I'm not sure I've ever accidentally put my finger behind the trigger and pushed forward on it. So I don't know that's really that much of a concern. Our finger is always going to be out here as we draw. You might move to the trigger to fire, it goes back out here. I've never had it back underneath it before. So once we use it for a while, I guess I'll see if I've had any issues with it. Once you've got that off, this does have a dual recoil spring and guide rods, which is also a little different than normal. You can pull that right off. Your trunnion is going to be right on top of your barrel, and then the barrel pulls out. This is a rotating barrel, so it does not tilt as you fire the gun. So reinstalling the slide is just as easy. Once you slide it back on, it will lock open by itself because there's no removable magazine. So once you have it locked to the back, just push that trigger back forward and it is ready to go again. So again, simple process. Push forward to release, push forward when you're putting it back on. All right, that was 20 rounds of the American Eagle. We actually didn't have a single malfunction yet, so that's a good sign. So we're going to load up and try again. So here's the first problem that we've had so far with the PR57. I've got the 20+1 rounds in here. This has happened twice now. Whether it's at the 20 or the 21, it sits so far down below the feed ramp that it's not wanting to release. Not wanting to push up on the feed ramp inside here. Burning up some of our oil off the barrel here. If you can see that on the camera. That was 21 rounds. This one is FN factory ammunition. It also cycled pretty good. Trigger pull's not bad on the brake, but it's a long pull. I believe it's between 45-50 rounds that we've got in this target. I was shooting a little bit faster on this one than the last one. All right, so this was not a bad day at all. This gun did a lot better than I thought it would. We put just shy of 400 rounds through it today. We're going to do a couple more range sessions, get more ammo through it. No malfunctions at all. A couple feeding issues initially, not while we were shooting, but just trying to close the slide on the first round, chamber of the first round. Other than that, we haven't had any issues with it at all. American Eagle ammunition, the FN factory ammunition. We've put several different kinds of some Hornady critical defense through it. So everything so far has cycled without any issues. So we're going to come out again and see how it does.